Hello everybody. So a little puzzle to start with. I got this lovely envelope on Friday when I went into the office thinking, oh, I wonder if it's something special about some funding or something like that. No, your garage door is our passion. I never knew that. And I was looking through, maybe there is some code or something which is going to tell me the answer to, how we're going to work through the next few months. No, I couldn't find anything. So if you're looking for a new garage door, I'm your man. I did wonder whether it was actually something to do with the fact that I've 8 years since I've been in FaithWorks, but actually far better is to remember what you guys are doing and some of the key things that just mark us out as FaithWorks. So some real practical stuff that you've been doing this week. Becky, fabulous work within the CMA to see one of your clients now being rehoused. Lovely to see talking to Pool Food Bank. They now have weekly fruit and veg going into the women's refuge there. A birthday bank. Wimborne Food Bank's got a birthday bank. That sounds ace. And I was up in Blandford on Thursday and seeing that Shelter, our partners in Shelter, have now going to be starting to work in there and actually do that whole life centre idea of having lots of partners around. It's going to happen, folks. It's going to happen. So lots of practical stuff. But it also reminded when we were doing the brand review stuff on Thursday that actually so much of what we're about is about being personal. We did some stuff about the key content that we would want to have if we were seeking for information. So, I need help, I want to help. Who is FaithWorks? What's going on in the wider picture? But actually, when we were talking about the different people who might engage with FaithWorks, the persona, actually the king that kept on coming out was the connection point is about people in person. It's not just about a website. It's about the fact that we listen first. It's almost part of our DNA. So we're going to have another session this week. We may even have a fourth session just to really get underneath that, to understand the different routes of communications that we want, as well as getting our website spot on. But it also then linked on to the stories and the way that we're now getting more of our stories into the media. So again, great to see Sharon and the team writing an article for the Star and Avon up in Wimborne about the food bank work. It's great to see Candice done some fabulous work with Cress from our outside helper around the BCARS website. I'm going to share with you a little video that Ruth did for the donor people, the online donation people. It's just great, and to get the opportunity to talk about the heart of what FaithWorks is. And even this coming week, so this morning, I'm on Radio Solent talking about contactless giving, and then tomorrow we have a travel writer from the Telegraph, Daily Telegraph, who wants to see some really innovative ways that people have responded to COVID. And so he's going to visit the workshop tomorrow afternoon with Leo and some of the team there. Lots of opportunities to tell our stories. So we do practical stuff. We're really personal about the interaction we have with people. We tell stories. And another thing that marks us out really over these last years has been the way that we partner with other organisations. So good news, we've just heard we've got 20k from the Talbot Village Trust to help deal with the roof and other things at Destiny Church. So working with the church there, because that's the base of Mikey and the team. And Winston working with the storehouse, the furniture stuff, getting out to individuals who are moving on into new accommodation. And we got other partners which we're just unpacking. So you may have heard of the Wardrobe Foundation, which provides packs of clothes for women. So I'll put a little note into the email about that. There's another organisation that, again, Sharon's using called Acts for Sharing out in Ringwood. Really helpful in terms of getting hold of stuff that we might need to help as people move into accommodation. And I'd really ask you to be thinking and praying about our friends at the YMCA. They've had a really, really torrid week. There's some very deadly heroin out there, and they've really suffered with people dying in the centre there. So please remember them this week. And it's a good time to remember that we're not on our own, isn't it? It's Pentecost. I'm actually recording this on Pentecost Sunday. And there's lots of resources around Thy Kingdom Come if you want resources like that. But actually, I went back to the verse in Ephesians about, it says, be filled with the Spirit. And actually, as you well know, it actually means go on being filled with the Spirit on a daily basis. We need God's help in everything that we do. And actually, the words after it are good for us as well, because it talks about encouraging each other, it talks about singing, and it talks about giving thanks, all of which we're really good at. So thank you for my 8 years. All of you, those of you who've been around that long, those of you who are newcomers, thank you for the 8 years of being in FaithWorks. It's been really good, and here's to a load more. Thanks for all you do. Take care of yourselves.